Ja, da war er gerade noch mit dieser Jacke in Holland am Strand. Da wäre ich jetzt tatsächlich auch ganz gerne, wobei ich glaube auch selbst da schneit's, weil verrückte Welt, im Norden Schnee, im Süden Sonne und warm. Wir switchen einmal auf Englisch. Wir haben einen internationalen Gast, den, glaube ich, so ziemlich jeder in der Branche kennt. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Steve.
How are you?
Very good.
Yeah,
Here with,
your voice is a bit...
yeah, I've been talking to a lot of clients for the last 2 days, but it's better than yesterday.
Too many Americans here.
Too many Americans.
Yeah, so I gave you a bit of my serum.
Your secret juice.
Yes, my secret juice. So this is, I told you, this is the only way how I and my voice can survive.
Exactly.
Talking
Yes.
all day long. Yeah, so first of all, welcome. Welcome to my show. Welcome to Psi TV.
Great to be here.
We're not talking about products. We're not talking about, what's going on. We are more talking about, okay, what's really going on in the world.
Yeah.
You just mentioned I'm super connected to the US.
Yep.
You're half US, Polish, whatever. I would say you're international. You're really global.
That's right.
And I really, whenever we have the chance to talk to each other, I really love it and I really enjoy it. We already had a podcast.
Yes.
So that's
that was good. That was good.
Beside this one, yes, of course, you're running a business in our industry, a big one, but that doesn't matter today. I just asked you when you came in, you mentioned, okay, 2 days already, a third day for you. So how was it?
Yeah, we are so satisfied with the PSI this year. Lynka has been, I personally have been attending PSI since 1998.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to find really my guest who is more or less, let's say, the oldest.
The original.
Because 60 plus years already. Last time Düsseldorf, but that's something we can talk about later.
Yeah. We came to the PSI as an exhibitor in the same year that Poland joined the European Union in 2004.
Okay.
This is our introduction to Europe.
Okay.
In that year, we were 97% sales in Poland and 3% export. And today, we're about 80%.
The other way around.
80% Europe. And thanks to PSI. PSI has really been a key driver of our international growth. So we've been showing since 2004 up into COVID. We took a couple years break and we're back this year and we're really, really happy to be back.
That's really
It's been a great show.
So yeah, again, how has been the last 2 days? Atmosphere, I think it was, yesterday was packed. Totally unexpected because the weather forecast was not that good.
That's right.
The day before it was really bad weather outside, so everyone was expecting, Thursday, everyone will stay home because of the weather conditions. In the meantime, there's no snow anymore outside.
Yeah, that's right. It's already melted.
It was super humid yesterday, super, let's say, warm. It was plus something.
Yeah.
So all the snow, and we had a lot of snow, which is totally unusual here in...
Yeah.
Usually...
In 25 years,
it's a little, but we had centimeters of snow here in Düsseldorf.
Yeah.
But yesterday, what I've seen, and you can hear it, that's the good one here in our studio. In the meantime, I can see it, but we hear it because there's some rumor in the hall, which is typically PSI. This is maybe Las Vegas or the big one, Expo, but this is typical for the PSI that you have these typical show sounding.
Yeah.
These rumoring.
Yeah.
And that's, so yeah, how's been the last few days?
We haven't exhibited since the last year before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we were 15 years in a row before that. I would say the last 2 days were as good as any PSIs we've had. I didn't see statistics yet of how many companies came to our booth, but it was busy the whole time. We did not have a slow time.
Mm-hmm.
We have an excellent location right between hall 9 and 10. So when everybody comes in, they see us.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Perfect.
Thanks, PSI. And we had about a 10-person team from Poland came over, and we were almost all talking to clients. So we're 5 stars. Yes, we've already signed up for Cologne. So we signed the papers yesterday.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Any expectation for today? It's a Friday.
The Friday's the slowest day. We still have some appointments. Like we sometimes make our planned meetings on Friday because we know it's not so much traffic.
Yeah.
So we get a couple important meetings with both suppliers and distributor clients, bars. But it should be a bit slower. Maybe I'll go to the airport a little early and get some work done and get emails out before I fly back to Poland.
Yeah.
But we cut the team in half for the Friday because the traffic levels used about half.
But that's a good one. That what you just mentioned. For you, it's vice versa, right? You're able to meet suppliers.
Yeah.
So apparel suppliers and customers at the same time. So it's a win-win for you.
Yeah. It's probably 90% client.
Yeah.
We're here for clients, really.
Yeah.
But some Far East suppliers are here, or bag manufacturers or umbrella or something like that. And we meet them here. So it's double whammy.
Okay. And you also just mentioned you're flying back home to Poland. Home is a big question mark. Where is your home?
Yeah, I mean,
we're talking a lot about it.
I think I'm wearing my Polish and American flag, but I've been wearing the Ukrainian one since the Ukraine war in solidarity with the Ukrainians. But I'm virtually binational. I've been living more of my life in Poland than America. I'm still an American citizen. My children are Polish American citizens. We speak mostly English in the home, but my wife's Polish. She's an English teacher, so her English is better than mine probably. But I use both for home. Honestly, when I say I'm going home, it means back to Poland. Okay. And when I'm going to the States, I'll say I'm going home to the States. So it's truly
home.
Exactly, pan-European.
So you're a really international one. And you also mentioned before we started going live that you want to talk a bit about the US and Europe. You mentioned that there have been a lot of US on the show.
Yeah.
It started 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, somewhere maybe even 5. But 2-3 years ago was when there's been a boom in interest.
There are a lot of distributors investing heavily in Europe, which is good for you.
Yeah.
Because your home base is
and
on both countries.
Our home base is here, but we speak their language.
So how was... You've been talking to a lot of them in the last 2. We can hear it. So how's the feedback from the US?
Yeah, so there have been some of the major American promotional distributors coming here for quite a few years. It's all driven through ASI, the American organization, Michelle Bell, who you know, who's really been a bridge for Europe and America for at least 10 years.
Drew has been here.
Yeah, Drew's here now. Not just representatives, but the heads, the owners of the largest distributors are here at the show. They don't just send somebody. They know there's big growth opportunity in Europe. This year, I saw at least 5 new ones for the first time ever. It's big, 100 million plus companies over here themselves. They're hearing about Europe. GXN has helped a lot get the interest level. And they're setting up in European countries. They're hiring European people, and they're quite often servicing their American client base who has a presence over here, and they're real happy with the service they're getting in the States. And someone just asks, hey, we got an office in Belgium. Can you take care of our stuff over there? They want consistency of branding. You talked about that on your podcast. They want consistency. They don't have to have the exact same product. A navy blue polo shirt is pretty much a navy blue polo shirt. They look similar. So you can go with the different brands. There's a big difference in product range in North America and Europe. There's a couple brands that are cross continental. I think Stanley Stella and, of course, Fruit of the Loom, some other ones. But if you look at the list of, we have on our booth, we have a list of all the brands we carry. I think we have the 25 top ones there. I would say 20 of them the Americans don't even know. So they're asking, do you have this brand? Like, well, that's not in Europe. We have this brand, which is quite similar. So that's where I bridge the gap of knowing the American market and helping the American executives understand. Like, they don't understand VAT. They don't understand EU versus non-EU and customs.
Taxes.
I'm almost every intro call explaining the differences.
It seems super easy for them, but the other way around, it's exactly the same in the culture. They just look, I always say they're just looking the same, but we're all totally different. Totally different. So the culture is different, the setup is different, the tax setup is different, and that it seems easy for them to really enter Europe.
But they get very confused very fast.
As soon as they start and doing business, they figure out, it's not Europe, it's still different countries.
With different cultures.
Yeah.
For me, I'm now living in Europe for 35 years, right? So I know more about the promo industry in Europe than in America because I'm here for so long. I would never have known 20 years ago that when you do business with, let's say, Norwegians and Swedes, they do business completely differently. It's like Scandinavians. They're all nice, similar.
Even if they do business with each other and they're super close to each other, they have one border.
Exactly.
It's a different
Totally
word.
different.
It's a different word.
And, Belgian and Dutch, Belgian and French. Americans don't feel that.
The Germans and the Austrians.
Germans and Austrians, Swiss, and Germans, really. I mean,
on a paper, we are one united European Union, but
so many differences
in real life.
Yeah. So the Americans learning about that, I think some of them come over here greenfield. They hire an executive or a sales director from another company and start from scratch. Lately, there have been lots of acquisitions. So they come in and buy a small or not so small a distributor to get a presence. And then they're buying actually know-how to do business here. So it actually eases their way in to the European market. So the people who are going, there's still a lot of them who don't have a physical presence in Europe. The European American clients are saying, hey, can you send some polo shirts or some soft shells to Europe, to our offices over there? And many of them were sending them from the States and paying massive customs duties and taking 3 weeks and paying more for the shipping than the product. So they all have realized they really need to have supply chain over here. You can't be shipping. I think there's a lot of them who are shipping from the States, and it's just...
Yeah, we do have exactly the same in the US. Makes no sense at all to ship from China to Germany, import all the stuff, pay duty, taxes, and so on, warehouse it over here, and then you ship one polo shirt to Indianapolis. Totally nonsense. And the other way around, it's exactly the same. So but you mentioned in the meantime, the big ones, they already have a presence over here. They already bought someone, and they still buying others across Europe. Let's see, maybe in the future there will be also a European one going to the US and doing the same. Who knows?
So absolutely. You asked earlier, I was staying this time because the last 3 years we didn't exhibit here, so I wasn't with the whole team, and I was staying with the group of Americans who are over either GXN or ASI, and so I'm really meeting them all. They're all staying at the same hotel, and asking their impressions. So I was in a taxi last night with 3 Americans, and I said, okay, all 3, it was their first time at PSI, and I just said, so tell me the headline of the biggest impression difference between walking the U.S. show versus walking the European show. And it's the same answer from everyone. First of all, European show is much more elegant. It's nicer, nicer booth, better dressed people. They thought that product development and merchandise quality was at a higher level than the average in the States. But the topic I brought up before we started, the United States is a decade ahead in technology. The web shops, the interfaces, the APIs, the software, automatic design, all that stuff in the U.S. is way ahead of Europe. I know American companies who have over 50% of their turnover is coming direct from an API from a web shop into their system. There's no customer service, there's no order entry, nothing. And there's almost no one in Europe who's doing it like that. So we are moving fast in that direction because especially as the large American distributors start coming over here with their big global accounts, they want to plug into that automated no-touch order solution in Europe because they don't want to have a room full of people typing in orders. So that's number one topic. And then I'm going to write an article about that coming up because I think the Europeans don't appreciate how fast that's developing in the U.S. market. And in Europe, it is, every other large distributor wanted to talk to me about that topic. That was the number one topic of the show. Not how are your polo shirts or T-shirts. How do we do better integration, better automation?
But that's also, if I just want to recap the last 2 days, and I had a lot of guests in-house, everyone was talking about this one.
Yeah.
It's AI.
Yeah.
That's a big topic for sure.
Yes.
But automation, API, IT integration, IT infrastructure.
Yeah.
That's a big topic everyone is working on.
Yes.
This is and yes, of course, the US are ahead. They have been faster.
Yeah.
I think we really need to adapt it here in Europe. And yeah, we are more traditional, let's say it that way.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we joked that some of our clients are still sending us faxes.
Yeah. Okay, maybe.
Not too many.
That's the road.
It's more of a joke. Yeah.
That's the road.
But I think the other topic that's connected to it, and in my view, it's the most misunderstood topic in Europe, which is on demand, because people are using the term print on demand, POD, and they really don't know what they're talking about if they're not really doing it. So POD, 10 years ago when Kornit and some of the others came out with their new equipment, it opened the floodgates to growth in the POD area. But most of that at the time was business to consumer POD of a entrepreneur who starts up a surfing brand and starts selling online.
And then
he doesn't have money for piece by piece.
Yeah.
So people thought print on demand was about the printing technology to print a single piece.
Yeah.
And it totally misses the point. The print on demand is all about the IT, the interface, the workflow, the fact that you can have zero processing costs for every single order. That's the only thing that makes it work. How could we take an order for 3 pieces with your team sending us an order by email and us writing it back and say, how many do you want? And them writing back, hey, we want the logo here, right? That all has to go away. It has to be flawless, seamless, integrated.
And one of the main topics in the last 2 days.
And the jump from B2C print on demand to corporate program print on demand, because corporate program is what's driving growth in the States.
Yeah.
So whoever it is, Ford, GM has a web platform. They have a pre-selected collection of clothing. It's not like we want 40 polos and we want the logo here. It's all predefined.
Yeah.
It's a merch shop.
Yeah.
So the merch shops, the logos are done, the products are chosen, the colors are there, and you're just getting orders.
Yeah.
You're producing the same thing. Maybe
instead of shipping out of the distributor's warehouse, you ship it out.
We can drop ship.
Yeah.
Still, a lot of companies are doing the European logistics in one centralized place like Germany or Belgium or Holland, and they'll keep some ready-made good. So they'll do small orders, 25 pieces.
Yeah, so there's a base assortment, I would say.
Yeah.
And then on top, to widen the range. And that's exactly what we discuss with most of our customers.
Yes.
Let's go for a base assortment, because a lanyard, a simple polo shirt, a simple cap, everyone needs it.
It's pretty low value.
By every order, but then everything else on top. Let's say the last 25%. Let's do it POD. And then I totally agree. It's not piece by piece. Shipping to an end consumer. Can be also 20 pieces to a show.
Sure.
200 pieces.
To a dealer.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that, I think, that we are spending so much more money on IT technology than on machines. We spend a lot on machines. We have a big printing facility, but for a couple of years now, we spend more on IT, ERP systems, web platform development, integration technology. We're in a rush because we know that Europe is behind the States, and our partner in the States, Vantage, who's our shareholder, are one of the leaders in the States. So we have a great model to copy and learn from. I'm over there every few months, just in their customer service, IT production departments, seeing how are they doing 3,000 orders a day of a single piece to 50 different states.
So no one is touching it.
No one's touching it over here.
Go straight to the machine and shipped straight out. Yeah.
They clearly,
it's the only way how you can do it.
Before people called it print on demand, they were calling it no touch, no call order.
Yeah.
So we don't touch it. We don't call about it. It just comes in. And it's hard for a lot of people to understand how that's possible. It's particularly possible for the program business, for the merch shop, which has a pre-selected range. How many of you are sourcing from Far East? They bring a container of little cars or something, it's different. You're buying a quantity of them, putting them in the warehouse and shipping. But if it's apparel or standard products, then you do them either on a one-by-one basis or in small lots. Yes.
We're done.
Very good.
22 minutes already.
All right. That's
and I
great.
could easily listen and talk to you hours and hours. Yeah, already did.
We have
and we will, for sure.
Yeah.
I hope your voice will survive the rest of the day.
I made it to the end of this.
So maybe you can go to our lunch and get some more of these English shot stuff.
Sounds good.
To survive.
Yeah.
You're not going to Vegas?
Not this time, not Vegas.
You go back home.
Then we go to Merch World in England, and we do about 9 shows in Europe. So I'm pretty busy over here.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you,
John. Thank you so much.
Nice to see you. All right, all the best. 2026.
So, das war einmal der Ausblick über den Kontinent hinüber. Wer meinen Podcast mit Jeff Solomon kennt, da geht es bei Branded Words genau um diesen transatlantischen Dialog und darum, dass wir wir sehen so aus wie unsere lieben Kollegen in den USA, so rein visuell, aber wir ticken doch ganz anders und es ist auch gut so. Und das macht immer wieder Spaß, auch genau diese Unterschiede in den Gesprächen herauszukitzeln und herauszufinden. Und sie decken sich eigentlich immer relativ gut. Und in dem Sinne kommt gerade schon der nächste Talkcast rein. Komm ruhig rein, wir sind zwar noch live, aber alles gar kein Problem. Der Selçuk ist als nächster dran, der kann es kaum erwarten. Und in dem Sinne, wir machen kurz einen Break, 6 Minuten und sehen uns dann gleich mit Selçuk von Tap Points. Bis gleich. Ciao, ciao.